Single monster is not to get near the town. The rest of the party looks to Nina to use her search spell to sense the number of creatures approaching the settlement. She tells them that their numbers keep growing as they get closer, and they are covering ground at a blistering pace. Millie springs into action, stating that she's heading straight to the forest to offer some resistance. She cautions the more reserved party that even though Kane is strong, they need to be ready as the enemy's numbers keep growing. Claude comments on how reckless his little sister is, but he has no other option but to go with her since what she's saying is right. He asks his partner Lena if she is okay with this move. She knocks him across the head with her staff, as it is obvious that she's willing to put her life on the line too. As the civilians rush into safety, they jet out ready to meet the monsters and stop their advance. Deep inside the forest, Seth summons his loyal subjects, the 4 heavenly kings, who appear instantly ready to serve their master, but they are surprised to see that they have all been summoned. They look down in shock as the streams of monsters continue to run from the mountain. Seth informs them that a friend has requested his help. They are stunned to hear this and wonder how great this friend must be to able to ask such a favor from the Prince of Darkness. Dalmatia descends behind them as he comments on how good it is to see the 4 kings. Their level of shock increases again when the legendary demon general informs them that he too is here on request from Seth's friend. He also drops the bombshell that this individual has entered a contract with him. At this point, they just want to know who this person is. Dalmatia discloses that this person is Cain, a great demigod and the one who holds the title of God's chosen. The information overload almost knocks them out, so Seth assures them that he will update them later. He relays Cain's orders for them to protect the forest and town, and the 4 kings spring immediately into action as they join the Prince of Darkness in his assault. Simultaneously, Cain blasts his way through to face Aaron at breakneck speed. The number of monsters emerging is just staggering. He launches some high-level fire attacks hoping to lessen the monster count. He finally reaches his main target when a purple flame jets past him. Cain quickly shoots another fire spell to counter, which flies towards him. The 2 spells clash as they spectacularly cancel one another. Aaron reveals himself as a dark dragon. He commends Cain on getting to his location so quickly. The former god of amusement reveals that he's only partly revived, which is why he had to possess this dark dragon to manifest. He finds it infuriating and summons more monsters to show this. Staying true to his nature, Aaron sees this as a game to determine if all the humans will get devoured by the monsters or if they can put up a valiant defense. All the while, the party arrive at the forest. They are surprised to see people floating in the air, and they seem to be getting rid of the monsters. They conclude that they must be on their side. Nina points out that they may be friends of Cain, and knowing the guy, they are certain that that is the case. The 4 kings begin to complain that they are too many, so Seth orders them to take out as many as possible. They will leave the ones that get away to the humans to deal with. Nina uses her search ability to alert the party that some are coming their way. The siblings spring into action and begin to engage them while the sorcerers prepare their spells. Back at the foot of the mountain, Aaron points out that Cain's eyes are annoying as they have the same look as the people who sealed him all those years ago. He fires at Cain, who dodges. The power of the attack is on full display as it incinerates the fodder below. Aaron wastes no time and launches another one, but it follows Cain around as he tries to evade. He counters while on the back foot, which hits the evil god. However, it's ineffective as he emerges out of the fire, mouth open, ready to bite Cain, but he evades again. Aaron reminds him that he's not at his full strength, but the noble shouldn't think that such magic would work on him. Cain prepares to launch another attack, and this time he intends to put more magic into it. The villain doesn't give him the chance to charge it as he attacks again. Back with the party, the sorcerers have gotten themselves in order as Nina fires a wind spell that cut the monsters. Lena does something with an ice blizzard attack. The team works well together to put up a solid resistance. They keep themselves motivated and know that when this is all over, they will celebrate with Cain. During that interval, Cain is getting pursued by Aaron, who bombards him with fire shots. He quickly turns and summons Haku and Jin, who come out ready as they pounce on the dark dragon. They knock it to the floor. Aaron quickly recovers and retaliates, but the familiars are nimble. The dragon gets annoyed by their movements and swats Haku down with a swipe of his tail. He bounces off the cliff wall and lands on the floor, leaving it wide open for an attack. In the interim, the party is still putting up a good fight, but they are beginning to get tired. The monster's overwhelming number is starting to take a toll on them. Nina collapses because she's out of magic. The siblings picks up the slack, but they too find themselves on the back foot when a more powerful monster appears. They are saved when Tijuana appears with reinforcements. She thanks them for holding the monsters at bay while they arrived. The town defenses are now solid, which has allowed her to come to the front line. This gives the party a boost of confidence as they stand firmly ready for the next wave. Back to the main fight, Jin jumps in front of the dragon's attack as it heads for Haku. Kane rushes in to block the assault, and with the determined goal to see smiles on everyone's faces, he activates his overload. This shocks Eren, as it was the technique that played pivotal when he got sealed. The PTSD kicks in as he counters with his most powerful attack. Kane overcomes him with his vast amounts of magic. It even causes a huge pillar of light. He continues his attack till his familiars hold his leg, giving him the cue to stop. Seth and Dalmatia rush to Kane's side to see what happened, but they comment on how awful things are. The whole area is destroyed for miles, even a hole can be seen in the mountain in the far distance. They begin to slate Kane for taking things too far, as someone of his stature should be able to show restraint. He wonders where the black dragon is, but it has been incinerated. The demons also inform him that the onslaught has been stopped since the monsters fled back into the pending upon the land. The noble apologized, explaining that when fighting Eren, intermediate magic wasn't strong enough, so he was forced to use emperor-level magic. Hearing this shocks him. He berates Kane for using outlandishly powerful magic. The king has told him repeatedly to practice self-restraint. He also wants to know who the people spotted casting magic spells in midair were. They were dumbfounded when it was revealed that it was the Prince of Darkness he summoned to help. The king turns to Magna and complains that he's exhausted, even though he's set to marry the princess. The king wants to yield the throne to Kane already. They tell him that he can't do that, but he feels like he must reward Kane for his work. He decides to give him a domain to rule over. They hold an official ceremony where he's given the rank of Viscount and the domain of Dorenthal. To go with that, he will be known as Kane von Silford Durinthial. The noble is grateful and promises to continue to serve the kingdom of Esford and govern his domain with elegance. Later, Tijuana is worried to hear that Kane was given Dorenthal to govern. She informs him that the Adventurers Guild in that place is very troublesome because they like to act like they are the bosses. Countless nobles have been put in charge of that town and they have all fled. Kane prevents Princess Telestia from protesting to her father about her man's appointment. He informs her that he's rather excited about the challenge. It is a chance for him to build a new town where everyone can smile. His 3 fiancées are now also excited to assist him, but they all laugh as they plead with him not to overdo it. He heads to his town and gives his A-rank adventures card as ID. This stuns the guard. The guild tried to assault their new ruler under the pretense of a welcome party. Little did they know who they were facing. Kane lightheartedly unleashed one fire spell that heavily damaged the arena. Next, he headed to the local tavern to get a drink. Some of the adventurers were mistreating the staff, which annoyed Kane, so he decided to kick them out. Unfortunately, a guard was walking past and saw the newcomer as the aggressor and arrested him. This shocks the king. All the while, Kane has tea with Telestia and Silk as he tells them about his escapade at his new town. They are interrupted when the Dark Prince appears looking for Kane to help him. His wife found out about his infidelity and kicked him out of the castle. Turns out he read a book written by Adam Levine. She follows shortly after and introduces herself. The girls are taken aback by her beauty, and she apologizes for her husband's behavior. Everyone takes her side as they berate him for his actions. The guard continues his report, stating that Kane stormed into the church and complained that they are demanding too much in tithes. The guy also has gilt walls and a castle that is even more impressive than the king's palace. His wife comments that he has taken things too far. He is altar summoned by everyone and berated for his antic again. All he can do is apologize. That brings the season to an end.